I don't really know why, but I felt led to make this video. Maybe you're out there and you need to hear this. Let me tell you guys a little bit of my story. So, if you guys don't know, I was raised in the church, and I've always kind of believed in Jesus. Like, there was never really a time I didn't believe in Jesus. But one of the issues that I ran into a lot growing up was I just ran into this idea of loneliness and just feeling alone. And it doesn't really make sense that I had that feeling because I had a family that loved me and cared about me. I had people around me who loved me and cared about me. And some of the times, because of that, I tried so hard to fit in. I just wanted to be someone that people could look at and want to be around. And so, um, I just tried to do whatever I could to be somebody that people want to be around. I would try to be funny. I would try to be entertaining. I would always be trying to put a smile on somebody's face because in my mind, it made me feel like that would give me worth. That would make me be of worth to be around. And it's a terrible thing that I thought, but it was true. And like I said, even though I was raised in the church and things like that, some of the times that thought process came into my relationship with Jesus. Sometimes I felt like I needed to do things in order to be worth it enough for God to love me. And I really had to wrestle through that, and God kind of really brought me out of that. And I recognize now that the voices in my head that were telling me that was not enough, the voices in my head that were telling me that I needed to do more, I needed to be more, I needed to try all these things in order to be loved, I needed to do all these things, I needed to get these things right, I needed to get away from all of these things and do the right things just so I could be liked. What I ended up recognizing was is that, like I said, that was the voice of the enemy. That wasn't the voice of God. And so I don't know if there are any of you guys out there that are a little bit like that. You're trying to do whatever you can to be loved by God. You think that if I do this and I do that, then God will love me. And when you make a mistake and when you do something that you know is wrong, you just feel like, man, I don't know if God is still going to want to put up with me. Maybe that's you, and maybe that's what you feel. I want to tell you right now that the Bible says this in Romans 5:8. It said that God demonstrates his own love in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. So what that means is that Jesus knew when he went to the cross, he knew what sins you were going to do. He knew that we were flawed. He knew that we were going to make mistakes, but he still loved us enough to go to that cross. So I hope you believe that today. Hope you can trust in that today. If you want to know how you can be able to accept Jesus into your heart, just let me know.